Morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Tatiana.
Good morning.
Good members. Okay.
Sí, ahorita tengo que parar porque mi hija está botando sangre. ¿Tú qué? Está cagando sangre. Me tengo que llevar el momento.
Okay, ladies. Welcome. Let's see. Okay, girls. Any questions? Any questions about aliasing, for instance? Is everybody clear about aliasing? And how to we can say get rid of it? Okay. If at any point something pops up, then just let me know. Okay, ladies. So today we just want to take some macros, small topics, if that's what you want to call it. And so if you girls go to yes, okay, page 332. So we're going to yes, okay, start okay, what they call yes, okay, Doppler packets. Okay. And for this one here yesterday, if you guys remember that I say about okay, yes, read on your linear sequential array transducer. Okay. Because okay, there's going to be a similarity between what we call pocket power packets or Doppler packets. Now, please remember, girls, this Doppler packet here is okay, may also be referred to as packet, and or it can also be called ensemble. So these are me, yes, okay, just two other names for what we call Doppler packets. Or okay. Now, because what is going to be a Doppler packet? just like, okay, we had in, okay, we can say it's okay, a linear sequential array. Or was it that a linear sequential array was working? Well, we had the XYZ number of PCTs. Right, okay. But in a linear sequential array, it was going to be as okay that the PCTs were it's okay grouped together. Okay, where it was going to be as okay the crystals or the PCT within a group that will fire together. Right, okay. Now all dependent upon yes, okay, the sequence, which is first, which is last, would determine whether the beam was going to be as okay steered in this direction or beam is okay was going to be steered in this direction. Clear? Where we could say, now in modern, what do you want to call it, linear sequential array transducers. As okay, we come in says okay, the time interval between firing of each group was going to determine the focal points or focus of your transducer here. Yeah. But the main thing is going to be as okay that we said, or okay, yes, the PCTs, yes, okay, they were going to fire off in groups. And that's what's going to, yes, okay, be similar in what we call Doppler packets, also known as packets or ensemble. Okay. Where it's going to be as okay, we can say it's okay, a group of pulses. Okay. A group of pulses, and that group of pulses are going to be known as a, well, I guess I'll say it's okay, a packet. Okay. That will, that's okay, record the Doppler. And that is fine is going to be called as okay, a Doppler packet or packet. Is that clear? Did you guys get that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, what is the main advantage of a Doppler packet? Okay. Now, it's going to just okay be more accurate. And we can say it's okay in terms of velocity measurement. Okay. Now another advantage is that okay, yes, it's also going to have okay, yes, an increased sensitivity. And what that increased sensitivity actually will lead to is that okay, it will actually yes, okay, we can say so increase the ability to measure low velocities. Okay. One thing is okay, it's going to yes, okay, be more accurate in yes, okay, in determining yes, okay, or measuring the velocity. And okay, yes, we can say it's okay, the bigger the packet, the more sensitive it is going to be. Primarily, that's okay towards that's okay measuring low velocities. What we can mean is as okay, anything that is going to have okay as a high sensitivity is going to be sensing something which is low. Is that clear? Now, the main disadvantage of a packet or Doppler packet is, well, okay, yes, there is, okay, yes, an increased, we can say, okay, T frame. Mainly because, okay, each reading is not going to be as okay from one pulse, but it's going to be as okay from a group of pulses. Did that make sense? And you can mean that's okay due to that increased T frame. That's okay, that will lead to that's okay a reduced frame rate. Okay. And what these two is okay mainly is okay lead to is okay, we can say it's okay reduced temporal resolution. Now that may as okay be contradicting to as okay what we see up here. Okay. So that's why it's okay when you can say it's okay choosing the packet size. You have just okay think of the positives or the advantages and the disadvantages. And choose a packet size which is not too big. Right, okay. And not choose a packet size which is too small. Is that clear? So we can mainly say it's okay that there's actually that's okay going to be as okay a very thin line between as okay the advantages and disadvantages. Because if you choose a packet which is, let's say, it's okay too big, okay, because it's okay that may is okay increase the sensitivity, but if it is okay also further it's okay reduce the temporal resolution. Okay, something like that. So pretty much okay, it's on your touch screen. There's going to be as okay a window where you actually as okay can adjust your packet size. Okay, now although not mentioned on okay as your practical sheet, but yes, okay, this is mainly as okay where you will be able to yes, okay, do so. So one thing to remember is okay, yes, what was a Doppler packet or what is a packet of what we call as okay an ensemble is going to be as okay a Doppler reading which is not as okay made out of one pulse from one of the PCTs. Or where actually is okay going to be as okay that groups of PCTs actually is okay makes up a packet. Did that make sense? Okay. And its main advantage is that okay, it's going to just okay be as okay more accurate. Okay. It's going to also be as okay be more sensitive, which increases our ability to measure low velocities. Now, ladies, where would you normally find low velocities? Yes, girls.
Is it the beginning of the arteries?
No. Where in your circulation would you normally find low velocities?
In the veins?
Here we go. in the veins. Very good, Dr. King. Clear? And you realize, oh, yes, okay, we'll come across, okay, what happens if we, for instance, yes, okay, remove, yes, okay, the low velocities. Okay. I won't be able to just say, it's okay, record the low velocities. Whereas, okay, as far as the disadvantage, now, although, yes, okay, your book writing in 3 points, but if you look at them, they mean, yes, okay, we can say one leads to the other, which leads to the other. So the main advantage was, well, okay, yes, increased T-frame. Why? Because increased pulses, which means, okay, just reduces the frame rate, which means it's okay going to lead to it's okay a poor, or we can say it's okay degraded temporal resolution. Okay. Whereas, okay, practically speaking, yes, okay, you were, oops, sorry, that's about too thick. Shit. Your Doppler mean, yes, okay, is okay as a temporal resolution of blood flow. Now, does anybody have any questions? So the 3 main things that you need to know here is, okay, as what is a Doppler packet? What are the other names that it goes under? Clear? Okay. What makes up a Doppler packet? Yes, okay, a number of, okay, yes. Not just one, but multiple pulses, yes, okay, makes up a packet, which is going to record Doppler. What is its main advantages and what is its main disadvantage or disadvantages? Is that clear? Did you ladies get that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Now we can go, yes, okay, our next topic, which is going to be, yes, okay, power Doppler. Now, power Doppler is okay. This fellow here may also be known as energy mode. Okay. They may also, yes, okay, call it color angio. Now, ladies, if you look at the word power, that pretty much, okay, yes, you can say it's okay, it'll be it's okay correlated to your Doppler. No, sorry, energy. Okay, because power means yes, okay, was just a measure of transfer of energy. So you can make it okay, energy dependent. Okay. Now goes, what is it that, okay, what's going to be is, okay, the main form of energy that we will be measuring here is going to be kinetic energy. Is that clear? And what we mainly said that, okay, as kinetic energy was going to determine was, and the reason that I say speed here and not velocity is because your power Doppler, as we call it, is mainly as, okay, only going to detect motion. Mainly as, okay, by detecting. We can say it's okay, kinetic energy, which will be as, okay, be speed. Clear? And when we say speed is okay, we mainly will mean speed only with no direction. And that is why it's okay, this whole thing here may also be referred to as non-direction color Doppler. Okay. Now it's going to be color Doppler mainly because it's okay, we can say that the blood vessels, whenever we see as okay a blood vessel in which there is okay as any form of kinetic energy, or we can say it's okay, which means it's going to lead to as okay motion or movement of blood. Okay, where that blood is going to as okay be flowing with okay as a certain speed. That blood vessel is going to as okay, we can say it's okay light up, or actually it's okay display a color. Did that make sense? But the color maps that we have here are not going to as okay be as the traditional color maps that we have had. You can see as okay positive and negative Dopplers. That is not going to be the color map that we will have here. Okay. Okay. Because okay, what was the positive and negative? You could mainly says okay, the positive mainly is okay was direction towards transducer, the flow. Whereas okay, yes, the negative mainly is okay, just only indicated okay, the blood was flowing away from the transducer. Clear? But here is okay, since there is no direction. Okay, that's why it's okay. There will be no positive or negative Doppler shift. But it will mean it's okay, only as okay, display the blood vessels in which there is movement of blood or flow of blood by a color. So maybe it's okay because it still uses as okay colors to display. That's why it's called color for color. And when you go to know it okay as the word angiomania, it's okay, just means generally it's okay blood vessel. Specifically as okay, the word angio is okay as specified by an artery. Okay. But generally speaking, it's okay. You can say the word angio mainly is okay. We'll just refer to as a blood vessel. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Where the color, what the color mainly is okay, just display whatever color it is. Clear? Mainly is okay, there's going to be has okay a measurement of the kinetic energy. Or yes, okay, the power. Amount of energy is okay in the blood vessel. Is that clear? Okay, so we can mainly say it's okay. This thing here is okay. If you look at it, mainly it's okay. Just work like okay. As we can say, it's okay. Night vision goggles and things like that. What is it that a night vision goggles just okay do? The armies use them. Have none of you ever seen it's okay, just a short or a movie or a documentary or anything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Isn't it like goggles that see at night, like see
Yeah.
body structures?
Yeah, and
Okay,
the
but
heat,
what is it that they are specially designed to see or detect?
like the heat coming off the
Yeah,
body,
the heat of the
Exactly. And what
body.
is heat?
energy.
Energy. Heat is energy. So they mainly will say, okay, there's something, yes, okay, over there that is producing heat. Okay. They may see as okay, it may, yes, okay, may move this way or move that way. So the same here. Did that make sense? Because okay, as it's only as okay going to detect the what you want to call it as okay, that's okay, amount of energy or some sort of energy, which is going to be as okay, primarily, yes, okay, kinetic energy. Where kinetic energy is just going to just okay cause your blood to flow. Is that clear? Okay. So okay. Now we can say yes, okay, its main advantage. The main advantage of power Doppler, or which was okay, yes, we can say it's okay, non-directional color Doppler. Okay. Now, one of its main advantages as well is going to be it's okay that it has okay, sorry, an increased sensitivity. And what did that increased sensitivity enable it to? Is okay, measure low velocities, which we mainly already said is okay, fine means. So it may as okay going to as okay enable our ability to measure low velocities. Okay. Another thing. Now, mainly because it's okay that there is, we can say it's okay, no positive or negative Doppler shift. Right, okay. It only says that okay, there's some movement. It's not going to check, yes, okay, determine, or it's okay, give you the direction. But we can mainly say okay, that causes that's okay that there is no aliasing. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So this one here is a major one. Please, please, please make sure that you remember this one here. Okay, mainly because okay, it prime is just okay a non-directional color Doppler. So it's okay, there will be no aliasing. Because what was it that we said aliasing was? We said okay, yes, okay, aliasing was we practically may have okay as a positive Doppler shift. But that reading may yes, okay, also give us okay as a fake reading of okay as a negative Doppler shift. Or we may have okay, let's say it's okay negative Doppler shift, but along with that, yes, okay, we're also yes, okay, get a fake reading of a positive Doppler shift. Yeah, but since that's okay, this is non-directional, that's okay, there's no positive or negative Doppler shifts. That's why it's okay, you don't have aliasing. Right? Okay. Now we can mainly say as okay, the main disadvantage is that okay, yes, we have no direction. Okay, we have no direction of the blood flow. It's not going to tell us whether the blood flows this way or that way. We just get okay as a generalized idea that okay, as there's some movement of blood in whichever direction. Yeah. And mainly yes, okay, goes because it's okay. This here is okay, mainly yes, okay, it's okay, records power or energy and show that as a recording. That's why it's okay, it may it's okay because it's okay be affected by it's okay body movements. Let's say it's okay the body movement of a limb and so and so. Let's say it's okay that you're scanning it's okay or checking for blood flow it's okay and let's say it's okay the right arm. And this person here is okay, he is moving his right arm at this point here. Those body movements may actually as okay be recorded and okay as we can say as okay misrepresented as okay a power Doppler. Why? Because ladies, this body movement here is okay takes place as okay due to energy. Okay, so this mode here was mainly as okay to yes okay detect energy. Did that make sense? Did that make sense?
Yes, it did.
Okay, so yes, okay, that body motion, or yes, okay, the energy, yes, okay, that was used to, yes, okay, yes, okay, cause the motion in the limb, for instance, yes, okay, we're scanning, let's say, it's okay, the blood vessels or trying to, yes, okay, to check blood flow in the arm. Okay, may interfere with your power Doppler because, okay, the blood flow was, okay, yes, as a result of energy, the body movement was as a form of energy. Okay, just okay, it will not be able to just detect that okay, this energy come from or the energy that it records came from yes, okay, the blood flow, or yes, okay, where it came from, okay, as a body movement. Okay, so yes, okay, we can maybe say that this body movement here is okay, may lead to yes, okay, artifact of power Doppler. Or we can say it's okay, may interfere with it. Is that clear? But the main point is that okay, as your power Doppler mainly as okay, just only records energy. Okay, primarily as okay, the okay says okay, its primary target was as okay kinetic energy. Okay, and based on as okay, that recording will mean as okay, say well, okay, there's something that is moving. Hopefully, as okay, it will be blood. Clear. Okay, now that flow is going to just okay, it is going to just okay be displayed in just okay by filling up that area of movement with color. So that's why it's okay, it's called color angio. It's called energy mode mainly because okay, it's going to be as okay a mode in which only as okay energy is going to be reduced or that's okay recorded. Okay. Please remember, girls, this is a non-directional, so no positive Doppler shift or negative Doppler shift. Just says okay Doppler shift if you want to play it that way, which is mean as okay going to be translated into as okay speed. Did that make sense? Now, since there's no direction, no positive, no negative, that will mean that okay, there will be no ADing. That is its main positive point. Yeah, like your power packets. Now, yes, okay, power packets. Sorry, or Doppler packets. Like your Doppler packets, this one also had the advantage of being just okay, have an increased sensitivity, which made us okay enable it to record velocities of, oh, sorry, speeds of blood in low blood or low speed blood vessels, such as veins. Any questions?
I have one.
Yes, Maria.
So it's only going to measure low speeds in the vein?
No. It can also measure high velocity or high speeds.
Okay. So it's
Yeah.
just, it measures
But
velocity.
its advantage is that okay, because of an increased sensitivity, it will even be able to just okay pick up low speeds. Right. Okay. You can take the example of okay, yes, those scanners that the police may use. Now let's say it's okay that they only as okay, let's say that they have okay as an increased, or it's okay that they have a low sensitivity. That will mainly mean that okay, yes, that they only as okay will be able to as okay record high velocities. For instance, there we can say okay, that okay, we'll only be able to record velocities between as okay 100 to let's say 200, for instance. Whereas my idea is okay, if we increase the sensitivity, that will mean that okay, yes, well, okay, the sensitivity is going to be increased. That will mean okay, it still be able to just okay measure the high velocities. It's okay 100 to let's say it's okay 200. But due to the increased sensitivity, it will also be able to just okay measure velocity that for instance okay was less than 100. We can say it's okay all the way down to just okay 10 centimeters per second. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Right, okay. So the increased sensitivity means okay makes it more sensitive. So you can say it's okay, weaker Doppler shifts. Okay, so the increased sensitivity is mainly going to mean that okay, it will become more sensitive to weak Doppler shifts. Okay, where those weak Doppler shifts, what were those? Low changes or low shifts between, yes, okay, the reflected frequency from the transmitted frequency. So if there was a less difference between these two, right? Okay, if the difference between these two frequency here was less, okay, yes, you got a low Doppler shift. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, but that is only going to be measurable, yes, okay, if you have a low sensitivity. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Or if you had, okay, sorry, high sensitivity. Okay. Because low sensitivity will mainly mean that, okay, yes, you may, yes, okay, will need, okay, yes, a strong signal. Or it's okay, here we can say it's okay, great Doppler shift to produce a recording. But that great Doppler shift is mainly going to be as okay in form of okay as great velocities, right? Did that make sense?
Yes.
Right, okay. Whereas, okay, yes, increased sensitivity. Mainly as okay, if you increase the sensitivity as okay, that will mainly mean that okay, yes, it will even as okay be responding to weak signals. Okay. So you can mainly say as okay, people who are okay as sensitive to something. Right? Okay, so have okay as a strong sense of feeling for something, yes, okay. If even if that thing is okay as producing as okay weak signals is going to just okay, they will feel it. Whereas people who have okay have loss of senses or loss of sensitivity or reduced sensitivity, that will mainly mean that okay, yes, as strong a signal is going to just okay be required to trigger a certain response. And that's when we say it's okay, people who are allergic are hypersensitive. Did that make sense? Okay, why? Because they have an overly high sensitivity. Did that make sense? And okay, here is okay, our high sensitivity is going to be yes, okay, only if you have high sensitivity, you'll be able to just okay, respond or record low velocities. Whereas if you have a reduced sensitivity, you will only be able to record high Doppler shifts. That's what we talked about in aliasing. Increasing the scale, what was that going to do? Increasing the scale, what was that going to do? Yes. Anybody? There are an unlucky number of 13 girls who haven't studied their aliasing.
Isn't it going to eliminate aliasing because when you decrease the scale,
Mhm.
from what I remember, it's not going to have the false aliasing at the bottom because you're decreasing the scale, right?
Okay. Okay, you increase the scale. Okay, you got rid of aliasing. Okay. And
And once don't you when you decrease it, doesn't the negative number? How I remember is you. I can't explain it, but I remember how you did it on like a graph. So if it was from like
it reduces the
positive,
sensitivity
yeah,
to low Doppler shift frequencies. Which mainly will mean that, okay, yes, you will have a harder time. Or your system actually, it's okay, may not be able to record low Doppler shifts, which is low velocities. And this sensitivity is not something new. We talked about it from, that's okay, I don't know, ever since we did allergies in medical terms. So sensitivity just is going to be as main as okay, means the ability to sense. Did you guys remember COVID?
yeah.
Good. What was one of the main symptoms of COVID? It has something to do with your senses.
You couldn't smell or taste anything?
So what did they say that? Or what did they call that? Loss of dash of smell and taste, right? What's the word that comes in the dash? Loss of dash of smell and taste, right? What is the word that comes at the dash? OMG.
Is it sensitivity?
Loss of dash of taste and smell. The word here is sense. Or you can say it's okay, that loss or reduce. We can say it's okay, it'll be as okay. Sensitivity. So low sensitivity towards taste and smell. So it's okay if you have a low sense of taste or smell. You can be walking into, yes, okay, that elephant's cage in the zoo and not smell. That's okay, that stench of the urine and poop and whatever. Whereas, okay, if you had, okay, it's the sense of a smell of a dog. What is that? What do they say about, yes, okay, a dog's nose? It's several thousand times more sensitive than a human's nose, right? So what does that mean? That they had, okay, yes, an increased sensitivity. What would that be enable the dog to do? Pick up scents or smells that we as humans can't smell. Did that make sense? So smells that we can't smell, they can pick it up. They can actually smell that you are nervous because it's okay, your body at that time is okay, emits certain orders or hormones and things like that that we as humans can't smell, but they can. And that's what makes them nervous. So yes, okay, a dog's nose has a greater sensitivity than a human's nose. That's why they can smell things that we can't smell. Even their hearing is more sensitive than ours. Did that make sense? So what did that cause? That okay, they will be able to just okay hear sounds that we can't hear. And that's why it's okay, they get freaking scared during it's okay 4th of July fireworks. Because those booms that's okay sound like okay atomic explosions to them. Because of the low sensitivity. That's why high sensitivity. We just hear like a regular boom for them, that is going to be okay, a boom magnified. Did you girls get that now? So it's okay when there's loss of sense, there's loss of sensitivity, or there's going to be it's okay, reduced sensitivity. Okay, when your nose was probably it's okay working, you could walk into your room and say, okay, what the okay. Okay. But it's okay, if you lose that sense of smell, yes, okay, you can be walking, okay, as the most filthiest place and not be able to, yes, okay, sense the smell of the filth. So yes, okay, you walk into yes, okay, into that animal cage, okay, most likely yes, okay, the monkey's cage or elephant's cage is okay in a zoo, and you don't sense a difference in smell, then okay, yes. Either the zookeeper did a good job, or yes, okay, you may have okay as a reduced sense of smell. Not completely lost. Okay. Or to understand, yes, okay, it's okay, meaning of sensitivity or sensitive. Have any of you heard the story about that's okay, the princess and the pea? Yes, girls, this is a yes or no question. Have any of you heard the story about the princess and the pea?
Yes.
Okay, so Shakira, do you remember all that story?
If I remember correctly, the pea was placed under her pillow.
Okay. And then what?
I forgot from there.
Okay, you forgot from there. No, my dear, it was not underneath her pillow. It was underneath 100 quilts and 100 mattresses
Yeah,
that the
you're right.
queen placed a pea because she claimed to be a real princess that just wanted to have a sleepover during the night and due to the bad rainstorm. And they were out there looking for as okay bride for his son, who had traveled the world thin trying to find a real princess to marry, which he couldn't find. Now, when this princess is okay, suppose yes, okay, woke up the next morning, they asked her, so how did you sleep? And they say, well, and she goes, that was horrible because there was something in the bed that kept me awake the whole night. And that was that little pea underneath, yes, okay, 100 blankets and 100 quilts. And then the queen goes, yes, you are a real princess because only a real princess can have such a sensitive, so sensitive to be able to just, okay, feel a small pea inspired of, okay, as it being covered by us, okay, 100 blankets and 100 quilts. Did that make sense? So that's going as, okay, be the extreme, yes, okay, yes, okay, extreme sensitivity. Okay. Okay, ladies, now just read on this. And okay, yes, before we come back, if you haven't, please read on your reject. Okay, because okay, that is going to get handy once we come back. So I will see you ladies in 20 minutes. So you got time to just okay, go over your power Doppler and Doppler packets. And that's okay, also look at your reject. And please, that's okay. If you still don't know, that's okay, what a Doppler shift is, look at that as well. So, okay, girls, welcome back. And now before I continue, does anybody have any questions? Yes, ladies. Any questions?
No.
Okay. So, Marissa, you're talking it won't be a half or for the entire group.
Just for me.
Just for you. Okay. I guess. Okay. I don't know how to interpret your silence, but I will assume that silence means no. Okay, girls. Now, if you go to page 334 in your book, and you see the heading says Doppler artifacts. Right? Okay. Now, one of the artifacts we already talked about, or because it's like one of the main artifacts or major artifacts of the Doppler we already talked about, and that was aliasing. Right? Now, girls, is there anybody who still has any doubt about aliasing?
No.
Okay, Shaq is clear on aliasing. What about the thoughts of aliasing or the methods of how to get rid of aliasing? Any questions, any concerns, anything that you say, oh, okay, I may get it, but I still didn't get it. No? Okay. Because we mainly, that's okay, going to talk about, that's okay, two other kinds of artifacts. Okay. And the two is going to be as okay, what we may as okay call ghosting. Or it can also be called cluttering. Okay, so this is practically as okay, the same artifact just in two different Doppler modes. Clear? Okay. Whereas the other artifact is going to be as okay, what we can call as okay. Let's do it this way. What we may call as okay. Mirror imaging. But which also is okay, can be called crosstalk. Is that clear? Now, girls, this name here and this name here is what we call these two artifacts that we will talk about on a color Doppler. Whereas this name here and this name is what we'll call as okay, these two separate artifacts here is okay on a spectral Doppler. Is that clear? Whereas we can say as okay, the cause for ghosting, which we'll call artifact as okay, if we used color Doppler, and the cause for what we call cluttering, if we as okay are using or recording as okay or Doppler and a spectral Doppler, is going to be the same. Since the cause or the reason is the same, the solution, or we can say, oh, the way of getting rid of it would be the same. Is that clear? Likewise, as okay, if we use color Doppler, the artifact that we may have is going to be called mirror imaging. But as okay, in a spectral Doppler, that same artifact is okay, will be called crosstalk. Okay, now practically, ladies, okay, mirror imaging is okay, that's going to be an artifact that we actually will, yes, okay, also talk more about in detail about in chapter 21. But I'm just going to, okay, briefly, as okay, mention it here. Okay, but in a spectral Doppler, yes, okay, what we call mirror imaging. In a color Doppler or regular, yes, okay, beam mode imaging. And a spectral Doppler will be referred to as crosstalk. Is that clear? Okay, so practical, yes, okay. These two here are the same artifact, just going under different names if we use color mode versus spectral Doppler mode. Whereas crosstalk and mirror imaging are, yes, okay, the same artifacts, but just go under, yes, okay, different names, all depending upon whether we use color Doppler or spectral Doppler. Did you ladies get that?
Yes.
And then, yes, okay, we had, okay, yes, aliasing, which we already, yes, okay, talked about. Okay, which is called aliasing, whether we, yes, okay, do color Doppler or spectral Doppler. It doesn't go under another alias. Whether, yes, okay, in color Doppler and under another alias in spectral Doppler. In both cases, okay, we'll just call aliasing. Is that clear, girls?
Yes.
Okay, any questions? Now, girls. And the main thing that, okay, yes, you may be asked to, yes, okay, compare and contrast between of these effects, artifacts here is going to be these two here. So, girls, I'm not going to get mad, but if there is still anybody who is still in doubt about aliasing, please, please, please speak up now.
Can you do a quick speed?
Hamida,
Can you go over it just for me?
to what extent, my dear?
No, just I just looked at my notes when you asked, and
Okay, listen. Aliasing. First of all, it's okay. This is what we call it in color Doppler and spectral Doppler. Okay, it doesn't go under, okay, as another name. Like, okay, yes, ghosting and clutter and crosswalk and mirror imaging. Clear? Now, what was aliasing? I mean, it's okay because of an alias is okay. We said, okay, it was a fake identity. Or maybe it's okay now, something that is fake, identify itself as something fake is going to be as okay. It is not what it looks like. Right? That is going to be as okay what we will call the aliasing. Because we said that, okay, yes, if we had a positive Doppler shift, the aliasing would be that we also saw a negative Doppler shift. So it will show up as a negative Doppler shift, the aliasing. Although yes, okay, it was not negative, it actually yes, okay, was a positive Doppler shift. And on the other hand, we can say it's okay if we had a negative Doppler shift. Well, okay, yes, it will also show up as positive Doppler shift, which was going to be the aliasing. Clear? And why these fake identities here? Why this negative Doppler shift showing up, although we actually only had a positive Doppler shift? Why this positive Doppler shift just because we know, yes, okay, that we actually only had a negative Doppler shift. That was mainly because, okay, that both of these two here, it's okay, were are Doppler shifts about the Nyquist limit. Now, what I said the Nyquist limit is or was, is we can say, okay, the max positive Doppler shift. Or yes, okay, the max negative Doppler shift that we can measure. So any Doppler shift that was greater than your positive Doppler shift was going to show up as an aliasing and give us the impression that we also had a negative Doppler shift. For any SOK Doppler shift which was greater than the Nyquist limit or greater than the max negative Doppler shift was going to show up as a positive Doppler shift. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we said. And me is okay just because it is just okay demonstrate on a spectral Doppler. Here time. That's okay. During okay as a Zoom session where we okay so I make slides. So okay, these were all Nyquist limits. Now we had a positive Doppler shift. Where we mainly can say it's okay, this part here was missing. Which is going to just okay be showing down here. And this fellow here actually is okay as you will. It is. Or we had a negative Doppler shift. Maybe I can go say as okay. This part here will be as okay. The Doppler shift greater than the max, or is okay above the Nyquist limit, which will yes okay be showing up here. And that is okay as your aliasing. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else? So mainly you can say, it's okay, what is the aliasing are going to yes okay represent? High velocities. Because okay, when we go on our scale from this here, okay, being the zero line or the baseline, which indicates or marks a zero Doppler shift as you go up, 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 up. You end up, okay, as with a greater positive Doppler shift. Likewise, okay, as you go down, 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 you end up with a greater negative Doppler shift. But it's going to be as okay, where is greater than that maximum positive Doppler shift, or greater than that maximum negative Doppler shift. That becomes aliasing. So you can maybe say, as okay, aliasing primarily as okay is going to indicate as okay be a recording. Or you can say, okay, a misrepresentation of just okay high velocities. Or at least as okay velocities which are higher than our Nyquist limit, which was whatever is okay number we had here as a velocity, or here as a velocity. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. And then we just go with the thoughts, increasing the scale, baseline shift. You could say, okay, scan from a shallower angle, reduce the frequency of the transducer. And if those steps doesn't work, yes, okay, use a continuous wave transducer. Because practically speaking, yes, okay, aliasing was mainly as okay, artifact of Doppler that was limited to pulse wave Doppler. Did that make sense? Okay, so just keep in mind that, okay, yes, aliasing, fig negative, when we only had a positive Doppler shift, or fig negative positive, when we actually had, okay, as a negative Doppler shift. Was going to be as, okay, what we call aliasing. Okay, and where you meaning was, okay, should have been able to just, okay, realize this aliasing here is going to just, okay, be shown as a negative up against as, okay, the maximum positive and vice versa. Not a negative like this here, or a positive like this here. This positive is negative here, and this positive with a positive this negative Doppler shift with this positive Doppler shift, aliasing or not, is normal. This positive Doppler shift along with, okay, at this negative Doppler shift here is normal. And these two fellows is, okay, that's what we'll call is, okay, flow reversal. We will talk more about those in chapter 20. Okay. But these flow reversals here are mainly as, okay, that's going to be as, okay, we can say B. Low velocities. Why are they low velocities? Because they are recorded right next to the zero Doppler shift baseline. Okay. Okay, girls. So we said ghosting. That was meaning is, okay, what we will call this artifact here is, okay, if we use or if we see it as okay using a color Doppler mode. And okay, yes, we may call it cluttering. But that's the name that is going to yes, okay, be referred to as okay if we use a spectral. Now goes whether we call it ghosting, whether we call it cluttering. Okay, what they mainly are is okay, yes, both of them are okay due to recording of, I guess it's okay, very, very low velocities. So why is okay may cause ghosting in a color Doppler or cluttering in a spectral Doppler is mainly because okay, either your color Doppler mode and or yes, okay, spectral Doppler low mode actually is okay records very, very low velocities. Is that clear? Where we can mainly say that okay, these very, 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 very low velocities are mainly yes, okay, they're going to be yes, okay, due to yes, okay, very, 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 very low levels of okay, yes, of kinetic energy. Did that make sense? Now, if we for instance, yes, okay, because our question then is, okay, well, okay, how is that ghosting will appear on a color Doppler? And or yes, okay, likewise, how is it that okay, as your spectral, oh, okay, cluttering is going to just okay appear at or in a spectral Doppler. So let us just say that okay, yes, let's okay, sorry, do a color Doppler mode here. Let's say that okay, this is okay as an image of okay, yes. And just so you goes, well, yes, okay, this would be yes, okay, or blood vessel. Right, okay. We say that okay, yes, we have a color map. Just to make it simple, well, okay, yes, this is a color map that we have. Okay. That I just assume that okay, yes, we have a positive Doppler shift in this blood vessel here, which means that okay, yes, the blood vessel is going to yes, okay, be filled up with red color. Yeah. Now, as okay, in these instances, okay, just keep in mind, girls, that okay, yes, the color is only as okay going to appear inside, yes, okay, this bracket here of okay, as your beam. Just to make it a little bit more okay clear, we can see yes, okay. Let's do it this way. I may just tend to yes, okay, ask you something again. Is that okay? Yes. This is going to be as okay the direction in which yes, okay, our being will be steered. But normally, yes, okay, it's only going to be within this box here, yes, okay, that the Doppler shift will be recorded. So what you actually will see is, okay, that outside this box, US, okay, and the blood vessel, yes, okay. Yeah, this would be yes, okay. 0 Doppler shift. And outside this box here, it's okay, will be yes, okay, look like, okay, I tell you, I have a 0 Doppler shift. That doesn't mean that, okay, the blood only flows in this area of the vessel here. But that's mean it's okay, going to, yes, okay, the course of the vessel in which, yes, okay, the Doppler shift is going to be measured. Did that make sense? Did you guys get that? So this will be as okay a normal Doppler shift. Or we can say okay a normal color Doppler, where we actually is okay don't have any ghosting. Right now I haven't put the ghosting in the picture yet. So right now we are not in Halloween season yet, so no ghosts yet. Now before yes okay going to yes okay talking ghosting and so on, so I may ask a question. And what is going to be the direction of the blood flow? Yes, girls. Is the blood going to flow from right to left or left to right?
Left to right.
Huh?
Left to right.
Left to right. Okay.
Right to left.
Right to left. Okay. Two girls with two complete opposite answers.
Can you repeat the question?
My question is straightforward, my dear. What is going to be the direction of the blood flow? Is the blood going to flow from the right to left, or is it going to flow from left to right? In this blood vessel that we are scanning.
My guess is left to right.
Okay. So right now, left to right has 2 volts, right to left only has 1 volt.
I'm gonna say left to right as well.
Okay, good. That's fine.
I say left to right.
You say left to right too. Okay. Yes. Don't be passive voters. You have to vote either yes, okay, left or right.
I say right to left.
You go right to left. Okay.
I say right to left too.
You go right to left too. Okay.
Left to right.
If you don't cast your vote, you will be marked A, B, S, E, N, T. It's okay to give a wrong answer. Well, okay. Okay. You go right to left. Alex, your mic doesn't work? Okay. Nikki. Dr. King. Alicia.
Yes.
Marianne.
I chose left to right.
Oh, you chose left, right. Okay, sorry.
I think left to right too.
Okay, girls. The left to right group. Who are voted or didn't vote. Right to left. Are wrong. Right to left is correct. Because girls. This is where your home line goes. And what did we say? We have a positive Doppler shift because the color in the blood vessel is that of a positive, which mean that okay, it flows towards the home line. It may mean that it comes from the right side and flows to the left side. So from right to left. Did that make sense? Whoops.
I have a
Wait.
question.
Yo.
So where the home line goes, the direction would be like flowing, starting the opposite way, since it's like right to left, or
Recall what
no?
we in the beginning of the chapter said, okay, positive Doppler shift. What the positive Doppler shift mean in the beginning? We says, okay, towards transducer.
Yes.
Right, okay. Whereas negative Doppler shift we see as, okay, was away from transducer. Clear? Okay.
Yeah.
Now what we see in that blood vessel here is, okay, as a positive Doppler shift. But my dear, whether you saw a positive Doppler shift or whether you saw a negative Doppler shift, but practically this is where your transducer is in all this. This is your image. Now what we may as okay just had done was, okay, as we had steer or beam in this direction here. Where okay, as this will be the point where we as okay draw the home line. So now positive mainly or mean is okay that flows towards the home line. It mainly means that okay, it flows from the right side of the screen to the left.
Okay.
Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. At there, okay, let's just say it's okay that there has been a vessel down here. Or up here, let's say it's okay. They had okay as a negative Doppler shift because it showed up with the color on the negative side of our color map. Okay, that would actually mean that okay, it's in this blood vessel here is okay, as our home line is going to be okay, be away from the home line, which means okay, the blood was going to flow in that or this direction here, which then becomes from left to right.
Yes.
So if yes, okay, just give me a second, girls. Okay, sorry, girls. Did that make sense? Okay, so the same blood vessel, or we can say it's okay, the same blood vessels. For instance, if we scan them, but we steer the angle the other way, what you mainly will then see is that, okay, the blood vessel that was red will now get blue. And the blood vessel that was blue now become red. Where red mainly is okay would now mean where's the home line. And blue would mainly is okay mean away from the home line. And some of you will be scratching your heads and say, how in the hell is that? Because now your home line will be over here. But you can still say it's okay. It's still okay. In a chalk vessel, it's okay. The blood is still flowing from left to right. But now it's going to be, it's okay, a positive color, but on the color of the positive color map, because it flows towards the home line. And vice versa. In the bottom vessel, yes, okay. The blood still, yes, okay, flows from right to left. But the reason that it shows up with the blue color, which is okay, a negative Doppler shift on our color map, is because the blood flows away from the home line. A page. So that's okay, ladies. There were some pages about the home line. Okay. That's some of you may, yes, okay, need to read over again. But anyways, we can say, okay, this is our image with no ghosting. Right now, yes, okay, we don't have ghosting. Okay, so what is it that ghosting is going to, yes, okay, look like? Now, and that's what I mean, yes, okay, called ghosting. I also, yes, okay, it's okay, mean, yes, okay. Yes, okay. Explain what it looks like. Yes, okay, I call it, yes, okay, the hemorrhaging artifact. Because what it may, yes, okay, actually look like as if the blood vessel is hemorrhaging or bleeding. And you actually will see, yes, okay, actually looks like as blood is flowing outside the blood vessel. Did that make sense? So in this whole thing here, we can actually see that, okay, yes, this here, and this here, for instance, and this here is okay. What we in this instance, okay, we call ghosting, but yes, okay, because we use, it's okay, is what we see on a color Doppler. And actually it's okay, it mimics or it looks like as okay as the blood vessel is bleeding. Is that clear? But what is it that okay at this ghosting it is due to? Mainly because it's okay, your Doppler mode actually is okay is recording very, 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 very low velocities. Is that clear? Right? Hello, girls.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Please, please, please keep that in mind. It's going to just okay become just okay pretty handy. Now, likewise, do you ladies mind if I just go to another slide for just a little for a second? Just
No.
okay, talk about cluttering. Because okay, goals. Now we say cluttering. Now cluttering, that means okay, what we just call it, okay, yes, if we see the same artifact on, okay, as on a spectral Doppler, sorry. Which is mean as okay, that's going to be as okay, due to very, 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 very low. It's okay, Doppler shifts. Which means it will mean that's okay, very, very, very low velocities. And this is a spectral Doppler. This is a spectral Doppler, and I just say that okay, yes, the blood vessel in which we actually is okay are measuring our Doppler shift. Okay, yes, we have a positive Doppler shift. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be as okay our positive Doppler shift. Now goes when we just okay turn on a spectral Doppler. Don't say, Mike, where did the color go? It's not going to be colorful. It's just going to be as okay plain black and white. Okay, but this is our actually as okay positive Doppler shift that we had. Where I mainly will say that's okay. You're cluttering. Which again is okay going to be as okay just recording of very, very, very low Doppler shift frequencies. Or we can say it's okay, actually it's okay, very, very low velocities. Will be down here. So you can see it's okay why they recorded down here, mainly because it's okay, this was your zero line. And if you start just okay going, that's okay, counting from 0 and up. First you're going to just okay, have a small number, then you get a greater number, then a greater number, then a greater number, then a greater number, then a greater number, so like that. Here. Did that make sense? We can see as okay, some of you may then say, Mike, what if we had a negative Doppler shift? Okay. That says okay, that actually it's okay, Doppler shift was a negative Doppler shift. Well, okay, yes. This would be your negative Doppler shift. That's okay on the spectral Doppler. Maybe again, yes, okay, could say that okay, yes. some small waves that you see is okay here close to is okay the baseline, which marks okay as a low Doppler, which marks a zero Doppler shift. That's where you will have your cluttering. Which means yes, okay, man, okay, yes, very clear. Like when you go here, it's okay. You start with a lower negative number, then it just become a greater and greater and greater and greater negative number on greater negative Doppler shift. Okay, because in this case, yes, okay, positive and negative range, yes, okay, didn't make it okay as that you say, okay, positive is good and negative is bad. The positive and negative mean, yes, okay, just marks a direction. Did that make sense? So whether it was cluttering on a spectral Doppler, there goes whether it was, okay, yes, ghosting on a color Doppler. They were both, yes, okay, due to recording of very, very low velocities. Did you girls get that? Did you girls get that?
I didn't really get the cluttering.
It's the same as ghosting, my dear. It's just okay as a recording of the very, very low velocities.
But the ghosting has the hemorrhaging artifact, right?
Because it looks like the blood vessel is bleeding.
So does cluttering have that too?
No, because my dear, cluttering is just okay on a spectral Doppler. It's just two names for the same artifact. All dependent upon whether you see it on a color Doppler or on a spectral Doppler.
Okay, thank you.
Right? So it's two names for the same artifact. But when we see it in color and when we see it, yes, okay, in using a color Doppler mode, we call it ghosting. Did that make sense? The same artifact on a spectral Doppler is going to be called cluttering. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. The hemorrhaging artifact. Now, that's not actually a name, but that's mainly as okay. Oh, shit. That's mainly as okay, just a term. You can say it's okay that I made up. Mainly as okay because okay, what is it that it does? It explains just okay what the artifact looks like. Right, okay. You may actually say, shit, is the patient bleeding here? No, it's just ghosting. Now, some of you may go into Halloween mode and say, yes, okay, why do they call it ghosting? Now, what is it that ghosts are able to do if they exist? Yes, girls. Casper or no Casper? What will he or she be able to do?
Fly through the walls or
Exactly. And what does it look like here? Doesn't it look like as okay as the blood? has gone through walls. Huh? That the blood is ghosting.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, good. So yes, okay. Pick or treat. Now, girls. In this blood vessel here that we scanned, in a color Doppler, where is the low velocity? And my question is going to be as okay. Where is the high velocity? You have a blood vessel in which, yes, okay, the blood flows in a certain direction. All due to that, you get a positive or negative Doppler shift, right? Clear? Right? But within this blood vessel here, it's okay, where is it that you mainly find lower velocities compared to areas where you find higher velocities? Yes, goals.
I'm not understanding the question.
The question is very straightforward, my dear. This is your blood vessel that you scanned here. Within this blood vessel, what will be the areas where you will find a high velocity and what will be the areas where you find a low velocity?
The higher velocities will be towards the middle, and the lower velocities will be towards the walls.
Exactly. Esther, where did you get that from?
Chapter 18, when we talked about the flow.
What do we call this kind of flow here?
Laminar.
Okay, it is a laminar flow. But which kind of laminar flow?
I don't know.
Is it plug laminar flow?
No. Plug would be if the speed throughout have been the same,
Oh, okay.
the parabolic one. So what did that mean to tell you? That, okay, as within a blood vessel, the high velocity is okay, will mainly is okay, be towards the center. I told you, it's okay, that's the normal blood flow within a blood vessel. Will be, ideally, it's okay, will be parabolic. Which mainly mean that, okay, as towards the vessel walls, that's where you have lower velocities. Right, okay. And what are those lower velocities going to be? That'll be lower Doppler shifts. Where, okay, that's in the center of the blood vessel. That's where we had, okay, relatively, yes, okay, great Doppler shifts. So likewise, that's okay here on your spectral. So what are these cluttering here going to be? They are mainly, that's okay, just going to be, because it's okay, very low positive Doppler shifts. Where we can say, okay, here's this cluttering here will mean it's okay, just be it's okay, very low negative Doppler shifts, right? Did that make sense? Which, okay, as in spectral Doppler, we call it cluttering. And color Doppler, we call it hemorrhaging. No, not hemorrhaging, sorry, ghosting, sorry. Okay, now ladies, whether it is ghosting, and we can say it's okay in color Doppler, or the cluttering in spectral Doppler. Both of these, yes, okay, were due to low Doppler shift frequencies. Or we can say it's okay, very, very low Doppler shift frequencies. Did you guys get that? Which mainly, yes, okay. We can say, yes, okay, maybe, yes, okay, equal to, yes, okay, the noise of Doppler. Or we can say, okay, that'll become, yes, okay, the noise of Doppler. Because what was it that noise was? They were, yes, okay, persistent low intensity. We can say it's okay, signals. Right? How did we get rid of noise? By reject. And what was it that a reject was going to do? It means it's okay, going to, it's okay, we can say selectively. Reject, is okay, get rid of these low intensity signals that we call noise. So likewise goes ghosting in color Doppler, cluttering in spectral Doppler are going to be as okay, persistent low frequency Doppler shifts. That is going to, as okay, we can say it's okay, get removed by something that is pretty much similar to reject in Doppler, and that's what we'll call wall filter. Okay, now one thing that we said was that the rejected was that it selectively only removes the low intensity signals and let the, and we can say, okay, leave the high intensity signals remain. So only as okay, reject only going to as okay, get rid of the low intensity signals. But leave the yes, okay, strong intensity signals remain. Similarly, so wall filter, my dear goals, is mean yes, okay, just going to be yes, okay, the reject function of your Doppler, which mainly as okay is just going to as okay, primarily as okay, remove ghosting in color Doppler or cluttering in spectral Doppler. And what was it that ghosting was? It was just okay, low frequency Doppler shifts. Or was it a spectral Doppler or cluttering was in spectral Doppler? Low frequency Doppler shifts. And what I was going to do is mean is okay, only remove these. But still, it's okay, leave your actually it's okay, strong Doppler shift signals remain. Which okay, is for this or these or this. The main is okay, we can say it's okay, filter out your low intensity signals. That was positive. Or it's okay, filter out these low intensity signals. Okay, whether that was negative. Which means yes, okay, represents, and that's we can say okay, a cheat to remember that we call it wall filter because okay, where is it that you have low Doppler shifts or Doppler shift frequencies close to the vessel wall. So mainly as okay, primarily as okay, we're getting rid of this. But if you keep on, yes, okay, you can say some kind of color Doppler, yes, okay, increase your color Doppler, no, sorry, wall filter. Like, of course, there's going to be as okay a limit. But as okay, what it will do is mainly as okay, remove the low Doppler shift frequencies, yes, okay, even within yes, okay, the vessel wall. So the vessel actually is going to yes, okay, look less filled out because this area here actually becomes, I guess it's okay, blacked out. Likewise, on your spectral Doppler, that's okay. You had the cluttering, but as you keep on, that's okay, increasing your wall filter. Now, as I keep on increasing, it doesn't mean that you can do that unlimited. There's going to be a point where you say, okay, this is the limit of the wall filter, or this is the limit of the wall filter. Clear? But okay, what it will just do is mean as okay, only filter as okay the low Doppler shift frequencies. That was on the positive side, or whether that was okay, it's on the negative side. But what is it that you still have? Okay, yes, you will still yes, okay, have your strong positive Doppler shift signals remain, or it's okay the high velocity negative Doppler shift signals remaining. So it's only going to just okay filter out the low Doppler shift frequencies, low Doppler shift frequencies, and or your low Doppler shift frequencies. Okay, and that's why you may see that okay, as towards the vessel wall, yes, okay, the vessel may become less and less and less and less filled up because this means it's okay where you have comparatively as okay lower velocities. Did that make sense? Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So as I say, as okay, wall filter, that's mean as okay, just a function that is equivalent to your reject in a regular as okay B mode imaging. Where okay, as in B mode imaging, as okay, what reject means is what we're going to do is get rid of noise. But what was it that noise was? Low intensity signals. So only as okay, get rid of those low intensity signals. But as okay, leave the strong intensity signals remain. Did that make sense? Now, some of you may ask, Mike, so where is the wall filter? Or we can say, okay, the wall filter control. Because that's something that, okay, you may have to turn on. And you can say it's okay, increase the wall filter. Mainly it's okay, 2 is okay, prime is okay, trash is okay, get rid of your cluttering or ghosting and ghosting. Okay. So girls, now this is just okay, that touch screen that we have. Okay. We had 5 knobs right next to it. Now we talked about this knob here yesterday, the first one. Now in Doppler mode, yes, okay, this first knob here has 2 functions. One was the PRF, where we mainly say as okay, increasing or decreasing that PRF actually is okay, was going to is okay, increase or decrease your Nyquist limit. Right? So this one mainly is okay, the function by which this knob here actually is okay, was going to, we can say, okay, primarily being used to, we can say, okay, get rid of aliasing. And what did I just say earlier about aliasing? That okay, aliasing mainly is okay, was a false recording of high velocities. The system still recorded, but it misrepresented it as okay, as if you had a positive Doppler shift, or misrepresented it as a negative Doppler shift. Or if we had a negative Doppler shift, it misrepresented as a positive Doppler shift. But what this knob also have is okay, as another function. And that other function is your wall filter. So whenever yes, okay, your setting is like this. That it says PRF. And in the bracket, you have your wall filter. That may mean that, okay, yes, if you twist and turn on this knob here, it's going to just, okay, increase or decrease your Nyquist limit, which may, yes, okay, have you to get rid of your aliasing, or actually, that's okay, you can say, okay, produce aliasing on your Doppler recording. Whereas, okay, if it is opposite, that, okay, your wall filter is outside the bracket. And, okay, yes, PRF happens to be, yes, okay, sorry. PRF is inside the bracket. That's mean is okay, where your wall filter is the active function, and okay, as when you increase the wall filter, what is it that will do? It will eliminate the cluttering on your spectral Doppler, or as okay, it will eliminate your ghosting on the color Doppler. right? How do you switch from this setting to this setting or from this setting to this setting? Your main is, okay, just slightly push down on this knob here. Did you girls get that? And please keep in mind, girls, that what we said about is, okay, increasing the PRF, that was what we call increasing the scale. That was going to make your scale less sensitive to low frequencies. So that were actually, yes, okay. If you increase the scale, yes, okay, what is that you may get? Your system may not be able to, yes, okay, record the cluttering and ghosting because they were mainly, yes, okay, low frequencies. Okay. But at the same time, also, yes, okay, you can say, okay, more or less sensitive to low frequencies or low Doppler shift frequencies. And mainly, yes, okay, blood vessels in which you have low velocities. If your Doppler recording is going to be less sensitive to those low frequencies or low Doppler shifts, what is it that they will mimic? Zero Doppler. Now in a color Doppler, that's okay, that blood vessel where you have, okay, yes, no Doppler shift being recorded is going to appear black because that is the standard color on any color map that represents a zero Doppler shift. So go, that's okay, that was just okay, as you can see. With your Doppler, or that's okay as we call it, just a slide intro into yes, okay, what will we come across in chapter 20. Okay, ladies. Now, I thought we could start crosstalk, but that's fine. You girls may already have been bombarded enough with ghosts coming through the walls and a lot of information cluttering in your brains. So take your lunch break, get some glucose, and okay, as then try to yes, okay, go over yes, okay, cluttering versus ghosting. Look at it as okay, as noise of your Doppler. And noise got removed by reject, but the reject of your Doppler is going to be called wall filter. Okay, so I will see you ladies back at 1 o'clock. And I'll be willing to take questions at that point. If not, it's okay, go on to crosstalk. Okay, girls?
Okay.
Okay, see you at 1 o'clock then.
See you then.
Okay, bye-bye. Welcome, girls. Jesus. ¿Años cuestionos? Jesus, ladies. ¿Años cuestionos? No questions? Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. Let's see. And let's see if we can chalk off crosstalk. Now goes as I said earlier. Crosstalk, this is what we call this artifact on a spectral Doppler. Here. We can say that, okay, yes, the very same artifact in color Doppler. And as a matter of fact, it's okay. Even regular is okay. Be more imaging. Will be called mirror image. Okay. Now, ladies, just to get into it, okay, what crosstalk is, let's just briefly mention what do we mean by mirror image. Okay, because we can be actually, okay, we'll see, as okay, we'll record crosstalk and spectral Doppler as a mirror image and a color Doppler. And even in a color image, or in a regular, yes, okay, black and white image. Right. And the reason that I want you is, okay, just for now, I'll just briefly talk about this here is because this name here of the artifact is more as okay explanatory. It really explains more what this artifact is about. And just not practically, just imagine when you're standing in front of the mirror, what do you see?
Yourself, your reflection.
A true copy of your reflection, right? I made as okay looks like as okay as another you. is standing at the other side of the mirror, right? Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so what this mirror imaging artifact actually is going to be is, okay, it's going to be one of those artifacts where we actually is, okay, we can say is, okay, we'll have duplication of a true reflection. Our true structure is actually going to be as, okay, duplicated. And that is what we as, okay, in a regular beam mode image cause mirror imaging. If we see as, okay, the same duplication of a Doppler or color Doppler, or we can actually say as, okay, a blood vessel in which blood is flowing, but we actually is, okay, see a true duplication of that. That duplicate copy is going to be called a mirror image. Right? Okay. Now in a mirror image, whether that is in color Doppler, whether that is in regular beam mode image. For instance, okay, let's just take, okay, as a beam mode image, just to begin with. Or do you guys mind if I go to another slide? Just so it doesn't become too crowded here.
That's fine.
That's fine, take it. So let's say that, okay, yes, we were scanning some structures here. And let's say that, okay, yes, this is our actual structure. This fellow is real. Okay. Now, for now, don't go into much of detail about this, but okay, as what we actually is, okay, we'll see here is going to be, it's okay, something which will be as, okay, a strong reflector. So that's going to be as, okay, what we in the beam mode image actually is, okay, we'll call the mirror. And on the other side of the mirror, we actually see it's, okay, a duplicate of this. So this will become, yes, okay, your mirror image. Just like, okay, as you are standing on one side of the mirror and you actually, it's okay, see your duplicate on the other side of the mirror. Where, okay, as in beam mode imaging, it's actually, it's okay, going to only be, it's okay, if that the real structure is at a shallower depth of this strong reflector here. That you will see is, okay, the artifact here, which we call the mirror image. Did that make sense? So for you to have this artifact that actually is, okay, got to be, it's okay, any object, any tissue, any structure, deeper than the real structure that we see, that is going to, okay, mainly as, okay, act as what we can call as, okay, the mirror. And what we actually, let's, okay, on the other side see is a true duplicate of this structure here, or we can say the true duplicate of this structure here. Where these here is, okay, were the fakies. These were the mirror image. They are physically not present, but we still see them on the image because they are artifacts. Did that make sense? So the same kind of mirror image. Yes, okay. Or we still call it as, okay, a mirror image. Let's say that, okay, yes, we have a blood vessel here. We just say it's okay. Now we're just going to say, okay, fill this up with blood. Okay. But what we mainly will say is, okay, this fellow here is, okay, he is going to be, it's okay, the real blood vessel. So when we say real blood vessel, that mainly mean practically, yes, okay. This is what we find in the patient, or what is actually there. Or what we may have is okay, deeper to this blood vessel here is there may be is okay. Any structure that produces a strong reflection. So that would be as okay, or a strong reflector. Okay, any structure, if it's lying deeper to yes, okay, the blood vessel here, that produces as okay, a strong reflection, that strong reflector actually is going to act as a mirror. And what we actually as okay will see deeper to this blood vessel here is going to be as okay, a true copy of this blood vessel here. But this fellow here is actually fake. He or she is not present, actually. But we see that. So that actually is okay, becomes the mirror image. So the color Doppler is going to, yes, okay, be straightforward. You say, well, okay, which are blood vessel that we see that is at a shallow depth would be real. A structure that's going to be, yes, okay, at a shallow depth is going to be real. Whereas, okay, what we had on the other side of the strong reflector, or on the other side, or deeper to the strong reflector, is going to be the artifact that we call the mirror image. Does that make any effing sense at all?
Kind of.
Kind of. As to
I'm a,
just because you see a reflection of yourself in the mirror, right? That doesn't mean it's a true you standing on that other side of the mirror, right?
right.
Okay. So mainly that's okay. The reason that, okay, yes, the mirror actually is okay, produces a reflection of you is because, okay, whatever, it may sound crazy, light that you emit comes back.
So shallow is towards like the top and then deeper is towards the bottom.
Of your image. Yes.
Okay.
My dear, whenever you see an image, this is the image. What you mean, yes, okay, you should consider, okay, yes, that this is where your transducer is. So anything, yes, okay, let's say, yes, okay, here will be shallow. And you say, yes, okay, then yes, okay, just go deeper. And then you can say, okay, then you go even deeper. So when you look at the image, that's okay, anything that's going to be, yes, okay, on the top of your screen is going to be, yes, okay, structure that will be at a shallow depth. Where, okay, deeper on your screen is going to be as okay at greater depths and even deeper greater depths. Did that make sense? So if here is okay in there, yes, okay, at some point you say, well, okay, there's going to be, okay, be this strong reflector. Now this is a must. This strong reflector here is a must for you to, yes, okay, get the artifact that we will call a mirror image. Because what this strong reflector here actually is going to act as is the mirror. Did that make sense?
Yeah, thank you.
Where you mainly will say, well, okay, yes, we have a structure here. Now, a duplication of this structure is going to be shown here. Where, okay, yes, you see this fellow here on the image, but that's an artifact. a kind of artifact where we actually have duplication of the structure. Clear? Where you could say as some of you may ask, so what if you don't have the strong reflector? Then it will just be as just like as walking into a room where there is no mirror. And would you have anything to just look yourself into? No. So you will not see as a mirror image because that room doesn't have a mirror, for instance. Did that make sense? So a mirror imaging is you have to have the mirror, which is going to be a strong reflector. Okay. Whether that's in B mode or in color Doppler mode. Yes, the real structure is always going to be at a shallower depth than the mirror. And the artifact which we call a mirror image, a mirror image. Mainly because it is a mirror image of the actual structure. It's going to appear deeper. Whether that is on a regular B mode image or whether that's a color Doppler mode. So even here, yes, you can say, if this is, was your image that you got, physically, yes, this is where your transducer is. So this becomes this, the shallow, this becomes deeper, and this becomes even deeper. So this was the shallow blood vessel that you saw, which is real. Or right next to it, we just had a strong reflector. Any kind of tissue that produces a strong reflection would be considered a strong reflector. And here is it would act as a mirror, which mainly call that as deeper to that mirror, you have a true copy of this blood vessel here as well. But you see it on the image, but practically, this vessel here is not present in the patient, but you still see it on a scan. So that's why it becomes an artifact. Did that make sense? But yes, here the artifact is going to be at a greater depth or a deeper one. Now it goes. Now maybe it's based on the color. We could say it's yes, from let's say it's our color map that we used. It's we had a positive Doppler shift. Clear? You could have had, let's say it's this blood vessel here is be a negative Doppler shift, where the duplication was going to be a negative Doppler shift as well. But you had to have yes, the mirror in between. Did that make sense? Did that make sense there?
Yes.
Good. Now, oops. So that was what we call mirror image. Now on a spectral Doppler. On a spectral Doppler, it's that mirror image is called crosstalk. So here we have a spectral Doppler. We all know that this line here is a zero Doppler shift. Did you guys get that? Now what we may see here is this. Now what we know here is that, okay, yes, what we have about the zero Doppler shift is going to be, okay, a positive Doppler shift. But what we also is, okay, will then see here is me is, okay. Sorry, it may not be as, okay, as exactly, but okay, yes. So this is a negative Doppler shift. Now, either of these two here may be real and fake. But here it's okay, it's not as okay as in your color Doppler. But you say, well, okay, the one on top is real and the one on bottom is fake. What if you actually say, okay, we're measuring a negative Doppler shift. And the positive Doppler shift, what actually is okay, is going to is okay, be a positive Doppler shift of the fake one. Right? So what's going to be the trick to know which one is real and which one is fake now?
The one at the top is real and the one at the bottom is fake.
No. What if you measure a negative Doppler shift? And that's what I said. The actual Doppler shift that you measure was a negative Doppler shift. You just get this here. Right? Okay. This positive here is going to be as okay a mirror image. Or what we as okay actually call a crosstalk. Because what we call crosstalk and spectral Doppler is just a mirror image of your. I mean, it's okay, just or what we call crosstalk and spectral Doppler is actually just okay what we call mirror image and color Doppler. But in color Doppler, yes, okay, we had the benefit. I say, well, okay, yes, we had positive Doppler shift. And okay, if you, for instance, had a positive Doppler shift, okay, the blood vessel would show up red. That's okay with the positive color. But when we is okay, just we have okay as the strong reflector, and okay, yes, deeper to that is okay a true color. But we can still say, okay, this fellow here was real. And this one here was okay as artifact. He was fake. Even if, for instance, okay, color Doppler mode here they had recorded a negative Doppler shift. You still record it as okay, I call it a negative Doppler shift. You just had a mirror. And on the other side of that mirror is okay, you had a true copy of this. Where okay, this fellow here is okay, he was still real. And this fellow here is okay, he was fake. Or the artifact. But yes, okay, on a spectral Doppler, you don't have colors to display which is positive, which is negative. You just have a graph with a central line that represents zero Doppler shift. Any graph on top of that is going to be a positive Doppler shift. Anything is okay below that is going to be as okay a negative Doppler shift. But what you mainly see here is an actually is okay true copy of what you have on the positive side is going to be on the negative side. Or a true copy of what you have on the negative side is going to okay be displayed on the positive side. But for now, you can't say for sure. Is this one here the real and this one here the fake one? Well, okay, that would be the case if you actually just okay, we're measuring a positive Doppler shift. But what if the Doppler shift that you're recording was a negative Doppler shift? Then he became the real one, and this one here would be the fake. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the question is, let's say that, okay, yes, if we, for instance, yes, okay, actually, yes, okay, we're measuring a negative Doppler shift. And this one here was going to be the fake. How will we know that this one here is the fake artifact? Or vice versa. If you actually say, okay, we're measuring, yes, okay, a positive Doppler shift. This would just be the artifact, which will be fake. Or actually, that's okay, Doppler shift that we measure was a positive Doppler shift.
I have a question.
Yes.
So if you're measuring positive and you see a mirroring on the negative side, that means the negative side is fake?
Yeah.
Okay.
But what if you have a negative positive? If you actually say, okay, we're measuring a negative Doppler shift,
Wouldn't it be just reverse?
then it would be the positive that is fake, right?
Yes.
Good. But my question is, how would you be able to say whether you actually had a positive Doppler shift with a fake negative, or a fake, or an actual is okay negative Doppler shift with a fake positive? Because practically, my dear, yes, okay, they look alike. With a slight exception. And let's just go just okay and say, let's do it this way. Check two examples. Now let's say here, let's just say that, okay, so in this instance, yes, okay, here, this is the real one. So it's okay, the real one here was the positive Doppler shift. We had this fellow here. Maybe that's okay, yes, okay, should be a true copy, but okay. Okay. Which shows up as okay as a negative Doppler shift. It's fake. But how will you be able to say that, okay, yes, the actual Doppler shift that we are measuring is a positive Doppler shift, and this down here is like me, is okay, this is a fake. He's just going to be as an example of crosstalk. You ladies want the answer for that one? Good. Now it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to just okay display on a whiteboard. Okay, but when you look at the brightness of this graph here and compare it to just okay how bright this graph here is going to be. Because okay, on your key, you can say it's okay on a spectral Doppler. Well, okay, yes, the whole background is going to be black. It's made as okay on this black spectral Doppler here that okay, yes. This will be as okay, your zero Doppler shift line. So when you actually it's okay, compare as okay the brightness of okay as this line up here to let's say as okay this line down here. Where okay as our actual real Doppler shift was positive. And okay, yes, the negative Doppler shift that we see is fake. Is that okay, yes, these reflections here are going to appear brighter. Whereas this graph here is going to appear darker. So you can say, okay, this will be as okay, a bright white graph. Where, okay, this graph is going to just, okay, be slightly darker. We can say, so okay, it's going to be a light shade of gray on the, yes, okay, spectral background. So mainly because, yes, okay, the graph appears darker here than the graph up here, is that this is going to be fake and he is going to be real. And that's where we can say, okay, we actually had a positive Doppler shift with the negative Doppler shift shown here being, yes, okay, fake, an artifact, or what we call crosstalk. So the same is going to apply if we, for instance, as okay, said, okay, yes, that now we had an actual Doppler shift which was negative. This was real, which means that, okay, this graph here, or yes, okay, this line that I drew black, is going to just, okay, appear brighter. Whereas, okay, yes, the true copy of it, okay, is going to appear darker. Which means, yes, okay, makes this one the fake one. So here you can't say just because this graph here is on, yes, okay, above or on the top, that it will be true or the actual. And always take the one at the bottom as the fake or the artifact. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Good. Does anybody have any questions? Any question, ladies?
No.
Good. So what is the relationship between frequency of a transducer and velocity of blood?
Inversely related.
Okay. Anybody
Directly related because of the
directly related? Okay.
that you can, yes.
Okay, Doctor King, make up your mind. Are they directly related or inversely related?
Directly related.
Okay, they're directly related. Okay. Anybody else?
They are not related.
They are not related. The frequency of the transducer that you use doesn't have any relationship to the velocity of the blood.
Wait, so what would
Yes.
be the equation where they have the,
Okay, but that's a whole different thing. That was a Doppler shift.
so it's not the same thing?
No,
Okay.
my dear, if the frequency of the transducer was related to the velocity of the blood, that would mean that, okay, yes, if you scan a patient using a high frequency transducer, his or her blood will start be flowing at a greater speed, right?
Right.
Okay, that's not the case.
No.
If that was the case, that's okay. High frequency transducers would lead to, yes, okay, tachycardia or atrial fibrillations and things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, you can say it's okay, the Doppler shift frequency, or the Doppler frequency, or the Doppler shift. Yes, okay, that will be directly related to both. Yes, your velocity of the blood, and or yes, okay, your transducer's frequency.
Okay. Yeah.
Did that make sense?
Yeah.
Good. But just because you okay use a higher low frequency transducer doesn't mean that okay the velocity of the blood of the patient is going to increase or decrease. Good. Okay. What's going to be the difference between is okay a wall filter versus increasing the scale? What will be the difference between the two? Now let me put it this way. Or maybe give you okay part of the answer. Both of them gets rid of low velocities. Yes, you can speak rather than raise your hand, my dear.
Isn't it just that increasing the scale only gets rid of aliasing, and then the wall filter gets rid of ghosting, and the other one, I forgot what it was called.
Cluttering?
Yeah, cluttering.
Okay. Increasing your filter, or sorry, increasing your scale, what did that do? Well, okay, help you get rid of aliasing, right?
Yeah.
But what was an adverse effect of increasing the scale?
When you increase the scale, you get a, a high yeah, how do you pronounce that word? It starts with an N, limit.
Okay, you increase the scale, you increase the Nyquist limit. Okay, but that's
Nyquist.
not the question.
Okay.
It'll lower the velocity in the Doppler shift.
No. Wake up.
Can you repeat the question you just asked about increasing the scale?
I already gave 50% or 90% of the answer. I said about both the wall filter and increasing your scale would do was it would eliminate or yes, okay, remove the low Doppler shift frequencies. Which means it will not be recording low velocities.
So aren't they still left with the high velocities then?
Yes. But we can say it's okay that there's going to be something that increase in the scale is able to do, which you're increasing in the wall filter won't be doing. And what is that?
PRF.
What did you say, Jenna?
PRF.
No, increasing your scale is just going to, it's okay, be indirectly, it's okay, increasing your PRF. But there's something that you will achieve by increasing the scale that you don't achieve by increasing your wall filter.
When you increase the scale, you have no aliasing.
Exactly. Increasing the scale will get rid of aliasing. Increasing the wall filter will not. Because what did we say about wall filter? It only as okay gets rid of the low velocities, right? What did we call those low velocities? We call it ghosting and cluttering. We call it ghosting in color Doppler. We call it cluttering in spectral Doppler, right? Okay. But that's okay. You can increase your wall filter as much as you want. It is not going to correct your aliasing. Did that make sense? Okay. So girls, that's okay. Those are the kind of questions that you will be given. You may be given as okay, 2, 3 pictures, and they will say, okay, what did they do here? No. Right, okay. That's something that we will talk about as okay in chapter 20, but we already as okay discussed 90% of it. Chapter 20 is just going to be as okay pictures that we look at as okay, what was done here. Or what can we do to yes, okay, achieve this image which is better? Okay, it may have okay some adverse effects related to it. So girls, please, 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 that was why it's okay. I discussed it in pretty much detail yesterday and today as well. Why? Because it's a super duper empty key. does your TGC curve or TGC gain work in pulsed wave Doppler? A depth gain compensation, does that work in a pulsed wave Doppler mode? This is a yes or no question.
The pulse wave Doppler.
Pulse wave Doppler, yes, okay. Does your TGC or time gain compensation or depth gain compensation, does that work? Makasinka,
I'm gonna say no.
who said no? Okay,
I'm gonna say yes because it would
read
help.
that unit because, okay.
I'm just trying to justify
Okay.
my answer. Maybe
Okay.
it's wrong. I don't know. Because in the pulse wave Doppler, you have the aliasing an artifact, which I believe the TGC would help get rid of. I don't know. Because
No.
yesterday we talked about depth and
Okay,
changing it.
okay.
I forget which point it was of one of the five.
Okay, but what
That's
is
why I said
TGC,
yes.
what is your TGC going to do? What is the main purpose of compensation?
To help the image look better. No.
When you say look better, my dear, looking better is all dependent upon is okay, the eye of the beholder. You may look at something and say, that is gorgeous. This is beautiful. And the person sitting right next to you say, hell no. So what is better? Now, ladies, I intentionally mentioned the word pulse wave Doppler here because the answer is no. Oh, yes, sorry, yes. But it doesn't work in a continuous wave Doppler. So that was me, yes, okay, just a sec check. Okay, in a continuous wave Doppler, that's okay, your time gain compensation, or depth gain compensation did not work, which mainly mean that Doppler is recorded from very deep blood vessels. Actually, it's okay, we'll give you, it's okay, falsely low Doppler shifts. Or actually, it's okay, we'll mimic as, okay, if the patient was anemic. Yes, Shaq, you had a question, my dear.
Yeah, I don't want you to get upset with me though. So my question is, so a pulse wave transducer,
Mhm.
what is the similarities or the differences between a pulse wave Doppler from a pulse wave transducer?
Nothing, my dear, if you
Is it just the
look,
switch of the,
no, because my dear, what I said the other day when we did all this, I said, okay, we had transducers. Now, as far as the transducers is concerned, we have two kind of transducers. We have continuous wave transducers. And then we have, okay, yes, or we can say, okay, pulsed wave transducers. Did that make sense?
Yes,
But we mainly said made this transducer here, it's okay, a continuous wave transducer. It's mainly because that there was no backing material. Since it doesn't have a backing material, it's not going to be pulsing. Since it doesn't have a backing material, it's okay, there is no image as well. Clear? What we said was that this fellow here actually had mainly only as okay 2 PCTs. Very mainly because it's okay, one was continuously transmitting. And the other one was continuously receiving. Did that make sense?
yes,
Good. Now, the kind of transducer that we've been talking about pretty much okay, yes, ever since we start talking about pulsed wave. Is pulse wave transducers. And that's where it's okay, where we talk about all this, okay, mechanical, all the array transducers, they were all pulse wave transducers. Now, when these transducers, okay, here are used in Doppler mode, Doppler modes. It doesn't really matter whether we talk color Doppler or whether we talk spectral Doppler, sorry. That can actually, it's okay, be 2 modes. One is going to be, it's okay, what we call a pulsed wave Doppler. But this pulsed wave transducer here can also be as okay used as a continuous wave Doppler. Did that make sense?
got it, yeah.
Clear? So physically, it's whatever transducer you use, a curvilinear, a linear sequential, whichever. But it can also it can be used as a pulse wave Doppler mode, or it's okay, we can use it as a continuous wave Doppler mode. And then, okay, as you can go into color Doppler or spectral Doppler, whichever, for either of them. The difference between color Doppler and spectral Doppler is that, okay, in color Doppler, is okay, the image that we have, of, okay, as the blood vessel, or that says, okay, blood vessels will be filled up with color. Color is okay related to yes, okay, our color map, which determines as okay, which helps us as okay, determine as okay, the direction of the blood flow in the blood vessels. Whereas okay, as for your spectral Doppler, we still have okay as our regular as okay, beam mode image. That was what we had here before we put color into it. But along with that beam mode images, okay, we also have a spectral Doppler recording, which is okay, give it also the Doppler readings in form of a graph. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Right, okay. Any questions? Now, when we say pulsed wave Doppler, that's mainly because, okay, it's going to be, okay, a pulse that goes and come back, goes and come back, goes and come back to where? To the point where we had set that sample window, which you can move across different depths of your blood vessel. You may have it at a shallow depth within the blood vessel, okay, that has its positive point, or okay, as you minimize the likelihood of aliasing. Whereas if you take it to a greater depth, what is going to happen? You may be able to, as okay, measure the velocity at that depth. But since you increase the depth of your sample window, you increase your PRP for that pulse to go and come back before it sends out a new pulse. So you increase the PRP, you indirectly decrease the PRF. And boom, that's okay. In the same blood vessel, all of a sudden you're going to start seeing aliasing. You go, what the hell did I do wrong? Nothing. Just reduce the depth of your sample window or gate. Because it's going to be as okay, that little fellow within the blood vessel that you will see as okay, prime as okay, when you turn on as okay, your pulse wave Doppler. This is your blood vessel. In your image, for instance. You turn on as okay, your pulse wave Doppler mode, you would actually as okay, see a little window. To begin with, it may be here that you actually is okay. At this point, it's okay, you don't have any Doppler shift because you practically is okay, have the window outside the blood vessel. Even if that's okay, even if it was down here, you will not have aliasing here. You may as okay have no Doppler shift, no blood flow, mainly because as okay, the sample window is kept outside the blood vessel. So for you to just okay, get a Doppler shift first of all, bring it inside the blood vessel. But it's okay if you have it inside the blood vessel, but it's okay, take it to a greater depth. If you compare it, yes, okay, this here as A, and this one here is B. There may be as okay a great likelihood that okay, this one here will give you aliasing compared to this one here. Did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, goes. So tomorrow is okay. We just have one little last topic left of okay, chapter 14, not chapter 14. Chapter 19, spectral analysis. Okay. We're going to talk a bit about that. Now, please, before we get, that's okay, for your homework, well, okay, read the topics that we did today. But please, that's okay, try to look at terminal, or it's okay, not terminal, turbulent versus laminar flow. Right, okay. And yes, okay, again, look at noise. Again, look at noise. Okay, girls? Good. Then see you ladies tomorrow. Stay blessed. Stay inside. It is hot outside.
Yes, see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye, ladies.